So this is just a little instructional introduction to installation of WordPress. I'm going to install it on one of my domains, mayherebobbyis.org, which is in DreamHost. You can see that there's nothing there right now at this domain that is on DreamHost, hosted by DreamHost. So I'm going to go into DreamHost. First I'm going to click on the admin panel here, which will take me into my DreamHost account. And it will right into the WordPress installation screen, and I'm going to install it on the domain mayherebobbyis.org. I'm going to do an advanced installation. So I'm not going to do it on, I'm just going to do it on the main trunk of the domain there. I'm not going to do any subdomains. And I'm going to actually automatically create a new database. I don't want to use an existing database or anything like that. I want to, this is a fresh install with a fresh database. So I'm just going to click on that, and then it's going to ask me a bunch of goofy questions. Site purpose, I'm going to go with other, because there might be some plugins that I want to add. I don't think I want to do a starter template. I'm not going to do the website builder on this build. And we're going to use something else to work on designing the website after we install WordPress. I don't want that. I don't want that. I do want super cache. It helps load pages faster and a variety of other things. I do want that. It just makes it easier to flip back and forth between DreamHost admin panel and the interior of WordPress, the back end, as I call it. Let's do the editorial calendar just for grins and giggles, because we're going to have multiple people theoretically using this to, you know, post different things at different times. This is not a commerce site, and we are not going to use Stripe. Or this is not a commerce site. And I would like to do Image Optimizer, because that helps with all kinds of things, including page loading and storage and a variety of other things, just image handling in general. So I'm going to add that. So we've got all those checked. And those are plugins that are going to be added during the installation. So recommended plugins, and those are showing the ones I checked. It's going to be installed at that domain, and I'm just going to click install, and here we go. And so this will take me into the installation screen, and it just shows progress. And it'll take a few minutes, 5 or 10 minutes to install. It just shows you more details about this particular domain. Registration, it's due in October, and then I have my hosting plan is a VPS Basic, which is a virtual private server. My PHP, the version of the language that's used for WordPress is it's PHP, in the most recent version is 8.2. SSL is locked. That's a security certificate, and I don't use Dream Shield, but I already have 3 emails associated with this particular domain. So it's taking a little time for it to install, and you can see some of the other domains that are on my account. You can see some are registration only, means I'm not hosting them. I mean, I don't have any, I'm not using them, and they're also expired. These are expired. I still have control over the domains, but I haven't renewed them, and I decided I didn't want to renew them. But they're still under my control. I can renew them within a certain period of time if I really want to, if I just change my mind to decide. But anyway, these are all different domains and websites. Some are active websites and some aren't. Some are just parked in a holding pattern in my account. So anyway, WordPress is continuing the installation, and you can go back. We can go back to the front end, and here this is already showing as installed. So it's already showing up. And this is the theme, one of the built-in themes that comes with the initial WordPress installation. So it says it's successfully installed, and we saw that. So this shows that it was successfully installed. And I'll get an email with information on how to log in. And that's an old one, so I'm going to delete that. And there's my email. It says success installing WordPress on your site. So I'm going to double click on that. I'm going to go click to this to set your password. And I'm going to change my password again. Make sure I get that. So that's my password. And I'm going to update that, and then I'm going to go ahead and log in, and this is logging into the back end. I'm going to make sure that's the right password. It is. I'm going to do remember me, and I'm going to log into WordPress. This is the back end, and that's just a standard message that comes from using WP Supercache. So this is the back end of WordPress. So that you've heard me talk about the back end, and this is the administrative end, and where people get in here and do all the back-end stuff for setup. And so go look at the plugins that we installed. Some came Akismet, so we need to update that one. So we will. Akismet comes with WordPress. Hello Dolly comes with WordPress. That Hello Dolly is just fluff. I'm going to delete it. Akismet is anti-spam. It's really powerful and it's free. I'm going to go ahead. I'm not going to activate that because I have a code that I use across all my websites. It's the same code, or API if you want to call it that. And then here's the image optimizer. That's already activated. Editorial calendar, which we installed, is already activated, as is the Supercache. So there's that. And it's up here. You can see over here the plugin with the little red 1 shows that there's an update that needs to be done. And then up here in the admin bar up at the top, you can see that there's an update. That means update needs to be done. So I'm going to click on that, and it's going to take me into updates, WordPress updates. And I'm going to go down here and I'm going to click that to update, and I'm going to do update plugin. And boom, that's done. So, okay, back to the plugins. Take a look at that. I'm going into settings. So if you look at the front page, this is actually a post page. A page with posts on it. You can't really tell that, but that's, just telling you, believe me. Just believe me. So we're going to settings and we'll go to reading. We can step through all the other stuff later, but so the home page, the landing page with the home page shows your latest post. I don't want that. I want a static page. I want say the home page. Right now it's called sample page. We can change that. I'm going to go in and I'm going to change blog pages that show at most 5, and if you do an RSS feed of any kind, then that's going to show the syndication feed, which is the RSS. And then I'm going to do excerpt. I don't want the whole page or the whole post to show. I want only excerpt of each post for the 5 items. I'm going to do that and save it. So if you go back to the landing page or the home page, and you can see this is what the post page will look like, the page with the posts. And then I'm going to refresh it. Since I changed it, and now it shows sample page. If I had called the home page, it would say home page here, and this would be the home page or the landing page, the initial page. I hope that's clearly muddy for you. So anyway, there's that, and there's that. And so if we go in to look at themes, you've heard me talk about themes or wireframes or whatever you want to call it. I'm just going to go over here. So this is a basic theme, and it's pretty plain. So we're going to go look at other themes that this comes with. So when you do the initial WordPress installation, it typically comes with a handful of themes. These are built in with WordPress. So you have 2023, 2021, and 2022. Let's go ahead and switch to 2022 and just see what that's like. So you click on that and click Activate. So now this is what's activated and what you're going to see. So I'm going to go back to the home page. This is the 2023 theme in place. I'm going to refresh it since I switched it to the other theme. And now we're in the 2022 page, which is very bland looking. So let's just, for grins, let's go to 2021 and just take a look at that. And we'll go activate on that one. So now we're in the 2021, and we'll go click on that and do a refresh. And so you can see that. You can see the change in the fonts and everything else that comes within that particular theme. And with these themes, there's some customization you can do with each one of them. And this is something that would be helpful to Gay if she wanted to go this route. You know, you can customize an existing theme. You know, if she wanted to do that or whatever. Anyway, this is just the basic, and I'm going to click out of that and go. Okay, it's going to let me out. Okay, so now I'm back in the back end of WordPress, as opposed to this being the front end. I'm in the back end with all the administrative things over here on the side to set up in the background and all kinds of other things that I do. And I do add a lot of different plugins for security and in a variety of other things, uses, and widgets. You can do widgets if we've got that set up. That's for another video, though. Anyway, I just wanted to give you all an idea of what this was all about an installation of WordPress and very basic and rudimentary things that you do with an installation. Hope this is helpful.